just accentuating the contour and marrying the blush together. Beautiful. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Natasha. For those of you guys that are new, welcome. For those of you guys that are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Please just take a second to subscribe down below, turn on your bell notification, and follow me on Instagram. In today's video, I show you how Scott Barnes, who's J.Lo's makeup artist, does his highlight and contour technique. So if you want to see how I created this look using his technique, keep on watching. Let's go ahead and get started with the concealer. So we're gonna do the highlighting first. So the way Scott Barnes explains it is that you want to do the highlighting and the contouring underneath the foundation so that you don't see it, so that it looks more natural, as if it's coming right out of your skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this e.l.f. concealer, and we're gonna go ahead and highlight all the areas that need to be highlighted. So right under the eye, right above the eyebrows, right by the chin, and now the most important part, which is the nose contour. You want to bring your highlighter right up to here. You want to make sure that when you contour your nose, it's not thick, which is why I bring up the highlighter all the way up here so that I only have this little thin space to contour. So now that we've highlighted all the key areas, I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm going to dab some product onto the beauty blender. That way when I'm going into my face, it's not picking up all the product that I have on my face, but it's actually blending it into the skin. That's the key. And very lightly, you don't want to remove all the product, you just want to blend it in. So the only thing that we're not blending out just yet is the nose contour. We're gonna leave that just as is, that way we can place the contour correctly. Now we're gonna go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty. It's the contour stick in color Truffle. Instead of using the beauty blender, I'm gonna go ahead and use my brush. This is the 56.5 Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush brush. And we're gonna go ahead and start with the jawline contouring very lightly. And now we're gonna go in with the forehead. So I have a huge forehead. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I can tell. And I always wanna diminish it, like make it a little tinier. And so I'm gonna go in and blend the contour a little downwards, also in circular motion. And that's gonna give it the effect that I need to make it seem like I have a smaller forehead. And again, you want to make sure that when you're blending, It's lightly where you're not taking away all of the product, because you obviously put the product there for a specific reason and you don't want to completely remove it with the brush. Perfect. So the highlight is here in the center, and then we have the contour right around the edges. So we're gonna go in with the cheekbones now. And again, with a light hand, you're gonna go in and motion upward. This is what it's supposed to look like once you have blended. Again, we're not blending it completely because we're putting some foundation on top. And we're just gonna go ahead and contour one last thing, the lips. So you just want to do a very small outline of your lips to make it look bigger once you add the foundation on top. Again, you don't want to overdo the outline on your lip. Just a little bit goes a long way. Underneath, you can do a little more, so you can bring it a little more down, because it's always easier to get away with the bottom lip being contoured than the top lip. Now that we've contoured all the areas that need to be contoured, we're gonna go in with the Rare Beauty foundation, and I'm going to add a little bit to my hand. Use the Beauty Blender to put foundation in the areas that weren't highlighted or contoured. So you see how the foundation is marrying the highlight and the contour all together? That's what you want to achieve. So we're going to add a little more foundation to the forehead area and the contoured area. That way it's more natural. So now we're just gonna put a little bit of foundation over the lips to hide the contour that we did, and again, not taking it away, just blending it a little bit. Now we're gonna go ahead and contour the nose. So we're gonna use the same Fenty Beauty Truffle color, and then we're gonna take the brush and just go down. Very thin line of contour, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Beauty Blender and blend that out. So do you see how the nose has been contoured very lightly? but you can still tell. And now we're gonna add a little more of highlighter just to accentuate that nose contour, just a little bit right here in the corner. And also to touch on the eyelid a little bit, just to prime that before we put eyeshadow on. So cream is where it's at in 2020. And again, a little goes a long way. This is from Rare Beauty. It's very pigmented. And I'm just gonna dot one. You always wanna smile. I'm gonna use a combination of my brush and my beauty blender, dabbing and upwards motion. So we're gonna bring that up. How nice and pretty this coral color looks. Now with the beauty blender, we're gonna blend it in so that it can look really nice and natural. Now we're gonna go in and set the eye. I use this Banana Luxury Baking Powder from Revolution. Because it comes like this in the packaging, I like to take a little container like this and pour product onto it. And then using my brush, we're gonna go dab in some powder, blowing away the excess. We're gonna do the eyebrows, and I used this cream gel brow called Cabrow by Benefit in the number 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and shade in my brows. Again, I micro shaded my brows before, so I don't have to do much to it, but I do like to give it a little more definition, and that's what we're gonna do now. I always start outlining the bottom, and I actually have a full in-depth tutorial of how I do my brows, so if you guys want to check it out, I'll link it right above. So with the spoolie, you want to brush it out to give it that natural effect. And I'm going to go in with this NARS concealer and very lightly just highlight underneath the brow. And you want to take off the excess product off the applicator because you only want to add a little bit. And now with this MAC brush, I actually don't know what number this is. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the concealer I had put underneath the brow and bring it all the way out. This just gives it a more clean, crisp look. So this eyebrow is done, and then we're gonna go in with this eyebrow. Here are the brows already did. And now we're actually gonna go ahead and bake underneath the eyes before we bronze up. So we're gonna go ahead and take this Makeup Forever bronzer. It is such a pretty color, and it's like a pressed powder. So while you're using your brush to pack on the powder, Nothing is falling out. Wow, look at that. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And we're gonna do the same thing with the forehead. And the best trick or hack when you don't want to do full eyeshadow is to take a little bit of the bronzer you're using, dab it on the brush, and then make it real tiny like this, and then just put it on your eyelids. It gives you that bronzy look, and it's effortless because you didn't have to do much. We're gonna go ahead and remove the excess powder from baking. I'm going to use some of the powder that I used for baking to just set the entire face. Now we're gonna use the Becca Champagne Pop to highlight the nose and a little bit of the cheeks. And this is what happened when my champagne pop fell. It shattered and now I'm so sad. So I gotta use it just this way, right on the center of the nose. Wow, girl, you are shining. Shine bright like a diamond. Yes, and then just a little bit right on the cheekbone. Wow. Wow. Do you guys see that? You don't even have to add more for the cheekbone. You just use the excess from what you used on the nose right on the cheekbone. Less is more. Remember that. Look at that. And then pretty much the last step is the lashes. I'm actually gonna put lashes on today. So just a small, tiny layer, very thin layer of mascara. These are the demi lashes I'm going to use. They're the natural ones and the dual glue to put them together. So what I'm gonna do is just take the strip and you just wanna apply a thin layer of glue. That is perfectly fine, and now you wanna let it dry a bit. And you always want to apply the center first and then take care of the edges. Bam, baby, look what a difference eyelashes make. Oh, do you see that? Again, take the other lash, apply a very thin layer of dual glue, and same process, you let it dry for a bit before you apply it on the eye. And just to make it a little more natural, I'm gonna add some mascara to marry my lashes with the fake lashes. That way you don't see the difference. We're gonna go ahead and use Courage by Rare Beauty. It's my new fave mauve nude color. And since we've done the contour, it kind of serves as like a lip liner in a way, so you don't have to add lip liner. So I'm just gonna add a little mascara to the bottom lashes. Now, the last thing is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Shake, shake, shake. You just want to let that dry a bit. There you have it. This is the Scott Barnes highlight and contour technique. He is J-Lo's makeup artist. No wonder her makeup always looks on point. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Also hit that bell notification. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.